you. I'm like, no. Yeah, so it stopped the broadcast and then it restarted the I restarted the broadcast. It's like, hey, you wanna broadcast your gameplay? I'm like, I would like to, and it's like, too bad. I don't know. I don't know. Let's go home. It does its own thing. I need to go. Okay, so I'm gonna stop and get the Iron Bull. Because who doesn't want that big, strong hunk of Dragon Man meat just hanging out at camp? I want all my friends there when Haven explodes. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what that error was. Where it was just like, it was like, error, random numbers, broadcast shut down. I'm like, okay, you could have asked politely or told me what happened. But whatever, I guess.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast.
Hello.
I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I'll look into it.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
I already know
Thank
what's
you, Your
happening,
Worship.
so...
That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
I mean, sure. The sea air is kind of nice, but also kind of not at the same time. Alright, let's get it. Ah, there's the dragon. Woo!
This might interest you, sir.
Oh, the dragon or what you're gonna say? Sure. I try to avoid these people, but
It may be worthwhile.
I might as well collect something. This is like, you know, you've played, I'm sure you've all played Fallout 4, maybe, at some point. This is exactly like Preston Garvey. Where he's like, another settlement needs your help. And I'm like, no, I was just over there. Absolutely not. Yeah, we're good at this. Okay, you can stop. We get it, he's on fire. I burned your friends. You're welcome. I do love that power though, because then they just like run around in a panic circle, like setting everyone else on fire. Ugh, I hate those guys. Probably about to sprint over here and try to ruin my day. No. Come on, we gotta go get Bull.
Can't even see the other shore. That's
Wait.
far.
What?
The waking sea. We crossed it to reach Haven. Already
It's not that far. I went the wrong way, I think. Are they not down here yet? That's weird. They should be right here. Huh. Oh, wait. Weird. Well, maybe I won't get him right now. Oh, I think he hasn't sent me his little, like, if you want new friends, you should come and talk to us. I'm like, or you could just come to me. I mean, that would be easier. Right? Fine. Let's go to Haven real quick. I just got, Vivian. So she's chilling back at camp at Haven. It's not a camp, it's like a tiny, you know, town or whatever. Oh, I need to go get Blackwall, who's just like camping out in the woods. He's like, I'm totally a Grey Warden. I'm like, I bet you are. I just want someone to be like, hey, it's Tom, and they're like, he's like, just trying to ignore them, and they're like, hey, dude, and he's just like, I don't know who that is. Dorian. Sass him for me until he cries and runs away. What's going on, Ashley? I'm just, you know, talking to myself. Oh, look at him. He's just he's expecting, hey, you want to awkwardly flirt some more? I do. We all do.
Something you need.
No. I guess not.
That is the man.
I'm sure you have other matters.
Didn't want to go out and have dinner or anything. Or steal your friggin', you know, garbage and stuff. Yeah. That sounds like fun. I'm glad that you guys got to, like, hang out and stuff yesterday, though. That was nice. Vivian. That's who I wanted to talk to. I got distracted and I totally forgot that I needed to go have a conversation with someone. Oh, did I get all that stuff from Mother Giselle? She's like, we need healing items, and I'm like, that's nice. I just left. I did. Okay. I'm not completely irresponsible.
When they're ready, piss off. It's arrogant. It is not arrogant
Hey.
to be unafraid.
Don't talk shit about Vivian. She can be a real bitch sometimes, but at least she's not freaking crying in a corner. Sorry. I hate when they give my friends shit. Hi, guys.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
Eh.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses as well as the capital.
What's going on, baby? Yeah, I know. Templars and lyrium and stuff. Am I right? Up top. That one.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere. But to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the herald
I like to think that Leilion is like, I just said I had reports, Cullen. Okay? I just said I had reports. I am looking into it. He's like, oh, sorry, I was spacing out. The Inquisitor was flirting with me yesterday, and I don't know what to do. Mages.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
Disapprove all you
no
want,
doubt
Cassie.
what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
So it will be dangerous. I've been in danger since I walked out of the Fade.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition
So
needs
we'll approach it
agents in more
unsafely.
places.
With
That's
lots of fire and
something you can
explosions,
help
Cullen.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
I love how he's all worried about me getting into a fist fight.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
Look, anything that's suspicious in this game should be
Grey
investigated, like, super hard.
I'm not familiar with them. They're an ancient order that has existed to fight Darkspawn invasions since the First Blight, thousands of years ago. They have faded since those glory days, but haven't disappeared.
I'm doing
entirely.
good. I miss
Ordinarily,
him.
their order is
I know it
neutral
hasn't
in
been that
political
many
affairs,
days, but, you know,
they
it's like,
appear in strange places.
it's just weird.
That does sound odd. I agree.
He misses me too,
The
though.
others have disregarded
He's
my
just as,
suspicion,
like,
but
down
I
about it
cannot
as I
ignore
am.
it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard
But at
news
least
of
he
a Grey
got,
Warden by the name of Blackwall.
He got
If you have
the job that
opportunity,
he wanted in the
please
first
seek him
place.
out. Perhaps
But
you
he's
can
still,
put
like,
my mind
interviewing
at
for
ease.
other jobs because
And
he
if you
doesn't...
can't,
I mean, he doesn't really
then there
enjoy
is more
fast and
going
all that
on
much.
than
It's
you
a job. It's a good job. But he kind of wants to do, like, other stuff. So he's been, like, pretty much, like, making, like, all the different businesses, like, fight over him. Like, who's gonna pay me the most? So, yeah. It is really... It's just strange not having him here. You know, like, you get used to having your spouse around all the time, and then suddenly they're not, and it's, like, super stressful and, like, super uncomfortable and stuff like that, so... But I'm doing all right. But Josh, in all of his awesomeness, because he's like, well, I'm gonna be gone, so he's like, guess what? And I'm like, what? He's like, I got you a body pillow because I'm gonna be gone, and I'm like, nice. So I've got this really comfortable body pillow in the room. It's like I don't have anyone sleeping next to me, so it's very strange. So I have a big old body pillow, and now I have to get an awkward cover for it, because. Oh, I keep forgetting my name's Alana on accident.
You've never been to a circle, as far as I can tell.
Nope.
Yet you're remarkably skilled. Were you self-taught?
Elf raised. He's gonna wake up to like Connor every morning, like it's like this one.
Not at all. I studied magic with Keeper Deshana.
I have heard about the traditions of magic among the Dalish keepers, but it's all third-hand. In my own experience, nothing is more deadly to a young mage than a lack of knowledge.
Dear Brian Deckard,
Which makes the
I got a
current
body
state of
pillow and
things-
put you on it. Sorry.
What
like,
do you imagine will
what?
happen if the circles are not restored? Do you foresee the Dalish taking us all under their wing?
The war benefits no one. It must end. An order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
Dude, we're gonna have a party. That's our fate. Party time. And also potential bodily harm. And probably an epic gay romance at some point. Anyway. Anyway, Vivian. Vivian's character, she was was a circle mage. So she's very all about the circle. But
I'll try
I
not to
think
let
that
you
every
down.
person in this
Failure
world
is
should
a
have a
luxury we
right
cannot
to some
afford, my
form of
dear.
freedom.
For
But I
almost
think that the
1,000
mages need to
years,
understand
the
that
world
they are
believed it was in the
more of a
hands of the Maker.
disadvantage when it comes to
And
being
now many
possessed
believe you are the agent of his
than
will.
like Templars and stuff
Whatever the
are.
truth
So
is, that belief gives
this
you
again
power.
is one of those moments where you want to make the Templars and mages see that the only way that they're going to succeed is by working together instead of being like, they're both evil. It's like, no, you guys can be friends. Just stop being dicks to each other and blowing up like churches and stuff. Jeez.
Nobody should claim to know the will of the Maker. Not me, and not the Chantry.
Perhaps nobody should. But if no one leads the way, many will be left behind in darkness. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
What's sad about this is that I understand, like in Dragon Age 2, Anders blows up, he blew up a chapel, didn't he? Like a chantry or something. Anyway, he blew up a building because of how the mages were being abused. And like the fact that he's a mage being abused mixed with the fact that he had a spirit living in him, Justice, he decided the only option was to blow up the building. I understood where he was coming from. It wasn't right, but I understood why he did it. Because no one was listening to the suffering that was going on. So he was like backed into a corner and decided, hey, I'll just blow this up. And then,
to ask you about the Circle of Magi.
Of course.
you know, it's the same
What do you
with
wish to know?
how Solus feels and stuff about what happened to him and what happened to his people and everything. But they're going about it in a very underhanded, very
still belong to
wrong way. Instead of asking for
Circle is
help,
an
they're
idea,
just
my dear.
impulsively doing
And an
stupid
idea
shit.
cannot be dissolved. Many of the first enchanters voted for rebellion, caring little that anything short of a unanimous decision would pit mage against mage. Rather than dissolving it, Grand Enchanter Fiona's vote split the circle in two. The rebels follow her, the loyalists follow me.
What was it like to live in a circle?
My dear, your question is the root of all problems with mages. I cannot tell you. Every circle was different. Their Templars were different, their politics unique. And every person within each tower had an experience of Circle life unique to themselves. Some people suffered and some were content. Some were cruel, some compassionate, and some indifferent. The same is true of people everywhere, in all circumstances, whether they are mages or not.
Yep. And that is the issue with this game, is that people in one place are being abused, so they immediately think that every single person they come across is going to abuse them, which is common with an abuse victim. So they lash out, and that's like the whole reason any of this fucking shit's going on, is because they're all like, yeah, they're all bad people and we should open the sky and, you know, throw people into portals. I don't think that's happened yet, but I haven't been thrown into a portal. I've walked through one.
Being forced by Templars to live
Kind
in
of.
the tower. Was that hard to endure?
My dear, I have a suite in the palace and a wing at my dear Duke Bastien's estate. I've never been forced to live anywhere. Most circles allowed mages to live away from the tower, either on their own or in service to the nobility. All that was required was permission from the first enchanter. Some circles were harsher in their restrictions. Kirkwall was the worst, but it was the exception. Most were quite permissive, perhaps too permissive in retrospect.
Yeah, well, Kirkwall had that psychotic, you know, whatever her name was, that commander chick that turned into a statue. So, you know.
How did we come to this state with the circles in revolt?
A failure of perspective that infected Circle leadership. Mages lived solely in a world of Templars and mages. They could not even imagine what was beyond the tower walls. Kirkwall gave the world a reason to remember its fear of magic. A mage killed hundreds with a snap of their fingers. Across Thedas, a new tangible fear of magic grew. Commoners and nobles alike called out to the Chantry for protection. But the malcontents in the towers thought nothing of this. They cared only for themselves and for their anger at the new Templar restrictions. When a mage attempted to assassinate Divine Justinia, again, the mages protested the investigation. The leadership chose to vote on independence based on the intolerable conditions imposed by the Templars, sparing no thought to the fact that magic was more feared in the aftermath of these attacks than it had been since Tevinter's day. So long as they had their freedom, they could care little for riots, angry mobs, or about pitting mages against each other.
Did they have
I'm
cause
fixing to go do some other stuff.
In the aftermath
I
of
just
their
wanted to ask her
terrorist
some
attacks,
questions before I took
was that
off.
really the most opportune time to break away? By all means, protest abuses by the Templars. Just don't do it in a way that says mages support wholesale murder. By voting when they did, my colleagues all but declared war upon the ordinary people of Thedas. A war in which we are outnumbered 100 to 1.
Yeah, but have you seen my magic? I mean, I can just explode all the— Oh, Krim! Krim's outside. Hi, Krim. Yes, I came to talk to you, so converse.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
I'll take it.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of
That's why
charge.
he wasn't there yet.
If you'd like to see what the Bull's
I jumped the
charges
gun.
can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
Yeah.
I look forward to meeting this.
I love Krim.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
I will. For those of you who don't know, Krim is transgender. So, if you didn't know that, now you do. He's really cool. Total badass. Really likes the bard in my bar here. Where is she? Pretty sure she's the one. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, 'cause she comes to Skyhold, which I'm really happy about because I love her. She's cool. She has like the best voice.
So, this is it, huh? I know
it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man,
That's
right?
what she said.
Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
It's not just a war between those two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it, but I can't put an arrow in that. Well, I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid and smells of horse. Really? What everyone
Horses
needs
don't
is
smell
to get
that
everything
bad.
back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, old-touched Lady Herald?
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
What I love about Sarah is that she's both like one of the weirdest characters, not super nonsensical, but also sometimes the most level-headed. She's like, we just need to get everything back to normal so I can keep making money. It's like, okay, and also helping people who are being abused. It's like, all right.
Facing the Lord Seeker right here. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
I love it.
Tell me about yourself.
What about me?
How about the basics? Where are you from?
Ferelden?
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
Oh, you're from wherever.
Keep bumping my
I'm
microphone.
from north wherever.
What?
North wherever. Oh, we had fun on street and or in local taverns.
Oh, hardy ha. All funny, you. It's complicated. I don't like complicated. Let's leave it at that. Maybe.
You're skilled. Who taught you how to use a bow?
No one.
That seems unlikely.
What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
Usually it takes considerable discipline. Hence my question.
Look, I work at it. Practice a little. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
Well, it's not like that for other elves. I know that.
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just make it look easy in shite company. Fact still is, no teacher. Where would I find one in alleyways anyway?
You can go to a circus. There's a theory about Sarah, how she might actually be one of the elven gods or something. You know how like Flemeth is Mythal, Sarah might be someone. It's just like a theory. She just could be insane, you know.
I'm just interested in talking to an elf like me.
Don't think so.
Why not?
Well, maybe you're alright, but most elves are too elfy. Like that's soulless, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
There's a lot of tradition there. Should it just be thrown away?
Your great-grandfather's dead. Why aren't you dead? You're throwing away tradition.
That makes sense to you.
None of it does in the city. That's why I'm not
We'll talk later.
if you say so.
She has a point. I mean, tradition sometimes is important, but in the long run, all these people, it's just like, you know, with Solus, he's like she was saying, he's all like, we'll never be as good as we were. It's like, Solus, that happened a very, very long time ago. We're living in the now and not the then. So if you could get into the now, that would be fantastic. So yeah, it's about not living in the past, stepping into the future. Let's talk.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
Jeez. Such
You're an
salt.
apostate, yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. There's so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
Does your head ever get cold? Sorry, that was rude.
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic.
I mean,
But as I slept,
he doesn't wear a hat,
spirits
he
of
has
the
no
fade
hair,
showed me
and he's
glimpses
not
of
wearing
the
shoes.
wonders I never imagined.
It's like, are
Treasure
you
my
ever
dreams.
cold? Put on a jacket.
Out of the fade became
We're getting you
troublesome.
boots.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
He's different than me because he's like, I learned how to safely interact with the good spirits, and I think that my approach would be like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched BuzzFeed Unsolved, like when they go searching for ghosts and demons. I'm Shane. That's my attitude. Like, it's your boy, what up? And they're like, Solus is just in the back like, don't, stop, what are you doing? It's like, I'm gonna go talk to the demon.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
He's just face palming.
Eventually, I was unable to find...
Dorian's
new
over there
areas of
laughing. It's like,
Why?
fate. Two reasons. First,
Cassandra's
fade
acting like a
reflects the world
disappointed
around
mother.
unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the fade reflects and is limited by our imagination. To find interesting areas, one must be interested.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroy the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the fade.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the fade.
How so?
You train your will to control magic and withstand possession. Your indomitable focus is an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads
I want
to
to
a
flirt with him
destination
so
you
hard,
enjoy.
but I'm romancing
As
Cullen
am I.
this time. It's like, indomitable focus. Must flirt.
You said you traveled
I will
to
next
many
time.
different places.
I will next
This
time.
world, or its memory, is reflected in the fade.
He's just as awkward
Dream in ancient
as
ruins.
Cullen is.
You may
It's
see
just
a city
that
lost to history.
Cullen shuts down,
Some of
and
my
Solus is
fondest
just like,
memories were found in crumbling cities, long
talking to
picked
me?
dry by treasure
It's like,
seekers.
yeah,
The best of the battlefields.
freaking nerd. Yes, I'm
Spirits
talking to
press
you.
so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with little
I
thought.
will. I'm gonna do a Solus romance
Any place in
on here
particular?
too,
I dreamt at Oster.
because I can.
I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the
Yeah,
Ferelden
sometimes it
warriors.
does that. It does like the
Sir
weird
Alistair,
little
the hero of Ferelden, light the signal
delay
fire,
thing.
and
It's funny
Logan's
because every
infamous
time you
betrayal of
send me a
Caelan's
message,
forces.
like up in the top right corner of my TV on the stream, it pops up saying you sent a message like right after I say something.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Caelan fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You're saying that you became friends with Pride and Desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be applied,
He's not like Dorian,
will
who's
adapt.
come across a
And if
desire
the
demon
mind is
before.
free of corrupting
It's like, what were you
influences,
doing when you
if you
came across?
understand
You
the
know what?
nature of
Don't
the
tell
spirit,
me. Just stop.
they can be fast friends.
Stop, Dorian,
I'm
or
impressed
I
that
will
you can
ground
become
you
friends with
from sleep.
spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, a chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
I hadn't thought about it that way, but I see your point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
He's just like, holy shit,
We'll talk later.
did we just become friends? It's like, dude, the best of friends. Spirits are cool. You know? I also find it strange that with the type of mission he's on and the way he feels about what's happening, he hasn't accidentally made any of the spirits into something evil. Oh, I need to...
When there was no earth, you were the earth.
I need to go down here, I think, and see these again, and then I need to go back up and be like, hey, unlock this shit for me. Yeah! All the doors are locked. I just wanna touch. I know it requires rouge, but I don't have makeup right now. Need to get in here. So I need to go back upstairs and be like, hey Sarah, chop chop, open the door. There's stuff inside, shiny stuff I need. Oh, I missed. Hold on. No. There we go. I think if you're a Canary, you don't even have to really jump to do that. I think you just hit your head on it. Okay, let's go talk to Sarah real quick and be like, unlock the doors! And then I'll go to back to the Storm Coast and get Bull. And then I'll go get Blackwall, and then I'll go get Dorian. You! Keys!
Chasing mages, that's a Templar's job. A big, armoured, pissed-off helm polisher. Not too late to go find some. Or stay home.
This.
I was wondering if you could look at some locks for me.
What, the doors under the chantry?
You know about them.
Places have doors. I just wasn't interested in poking through some sister's breeches. Whatever floats you. Consider them open, yeah?
Thank you. You're very kind, Sarah. So there is some stuff down here that I want to get.
Come to me, child,
Because
and I shall embrace you.
don't let her embrace you, it's a trap. You think my Inquisitor's gonna have brain damage by the time I get to Skyhold just from doing that alone? It's like, is the Inquisitor okay? It's like, I don't know. She looks like she hit her head a few times. The Black City. No traveler to the Fade can fail to spot the Black City. It is one of the few constants of that ever-changing place. No matter where one might be, the city is visible, always far off, for it seems that the only rule of geography in the Fade is that all points are equidistant from the Black City. The chant teaches that the Black City was once the seat of the Maker, from whence he ruled the Fade, left empty when men turned away from him. Dreamers do not go there, nor do spirits. Even the most powerful demons seem to avoid the place. It was golden and beautiful once, so the story goes, until a group of powerful Magister Lords from the Tevinter Imperium devised a means of breaking in. When they did so, their presence defiled the city, turning it black, which was perhaps the least of their worries. Enchanter Murdramel. I'm gonna say he's probably an elf with that name? How long is this? Okay. The Disciples of Andraste. The Disciples of Andraste are unique in all of history. The cult preceded the Chantry and kept itself so hidden and it's about a cult, and isolated that it actually survived to modern day. The Disciples made their home high in the Frostback Mountains, in a village called Haven, which is now a sanctuary for pilgrims of the Chantry. It is understood that the Disciples were descendants of the first followers of Andraste, who brought her ashes to Ferelden and built a temple to house it. Because they had pledged themselves to the keeping of the Temple of Sacred Ashes, which is now actual ashes, the disciples of Andraste never left the Frostbacks. For 900 years they kept strangers away, killing all who came close, and were completely oblivious to the world that advanced beyond the boundaries of their home. Having developed separately from the traditions of the Andrastian chantry, the disciples were led by revered fathers. However, little else is known about the original beliefs of the disciples, for they had turned from their noble heritage by the time they were discovered. Almost all scholars believe that the centuries-long isolation imposed upon the village led to the necessity for inbreeding. Gross. This practice likely led to a greater incidence of madness, which may explain why the cult was, at the time of its discovering in 930, worshipping a high dragon. According to writing discovered in Haven, the disciples of Andraste showed reverence to the dragon, believing it to be the prophet reborn. The egg clutches and dragonlings of the dragon were afforded great honor for being Andraste's offspring, and were cared for by the cult. The dragon never attacked the cult, being cunning enough to recognize how this arrangement benefited it. In 930 Dragon, the disciples were wiped out by the hero of Ferelden, who was on a quest to retrieve the sacred ashes of Andraste. Nice. I mean, not nice. It's sad that they're all dead. Bride of the Maker. So, there's like a whole thing about Andraste and how there's like the parallel between her and Mythal from ye olden days in Elfworld. So like I think they're supposed to be like the same person, but just one is depicted as a human woman and the other is an elf. Which I just think is interesting. There was once a tiny fishing village on the waking sea that was set upon by the Tevinter Imperium, which enslaved the villagers to be sold in the... So, this right here, and I don't know if you guys have played through the game and stuff, but Mythal talks about how... Or, Flemeth talks about how before she was taken over kind of by Mythal, how she was basically a slave. So this here, it says, she was raised in slavery in a foreign land. She escaped and made the long and treacherous journey back to her homeland alone. Which, you know, just kind of further says, hey, they're kind of the same person, don't you think? Isn't it weird how the stories just line up? And then, like, the humans are like, no, and the elves are like, psh, whatever. There's no way it's the same person. It's kind of like how, like, pretty much all cultures have a main god, you know? It took weeks scrubbing bloodstains from the stone. One of two things is true. Either stone is more porous than I thought, or Maker's beard, there must have been a lot of blood. How many people died? I'm so relieved I didn't have to deal with the altars of sacrifice the first arrivals found. It's like, oh, thank Christ. Andraste, Maker's breath. Those were tossed off a cliff, I think. So now we just have to deal with the stains on the walls and floors, for this doesn't clean up in a day or two. I'm asking for some fresh plaster. Maybe we can cover them up. Still, it's not all bad. Haven is a beautiful place, and while working in the dungeons, we found scraps of paper with writing that looks like Brother Ferdinand Gentivi's. He was held here for weeks before the hero of Ferelden found him. I love how he's like, we found scraps of paper with a really interesting note. And then I left another interesting note here to replace that note. Because it's like a scavenger hunt or something. They're gonna be so excited to read what I have to say. It's like, not really. No, it's actually, he's like, I don't like that there's blood everywhere. The altars were thrown off a cliff. I went to see them, and yep, just disturbing as I thought. It's like, how did you find the time to sit here and write a note for some stranger to pick up? Yo. Okay, so now we are going to... What is this? Is there something else I need to know about? Touch it. Hi guys. Oh yeah, I have stuff I have to pick up. That's right. I totally forgot that everyone's finished their missions, probably. How did it go? Commander Cullen, am I to understand you're in charge of the soldiers trampling on my lawns, providing food and refuge to the scrabble of filth burrowing into my land? A plague on you, sir, for spitting in the face of an honest petitioner, for taking advantage of my distress. You sound like a whiny bitch. Did my wretched neighbor Bond Traft whisper in your ear? Tell me what he paid you so that I may at least know the price of treachery, sir. My only consolation is that a few of the rank and file have gone to join your farce of an Inquisition. In bitter disgust, Lord Kildarn. I look at Colin's face. He's just like, zero fucks. He's like, I don't care. I don't care how much it hurts you. Dallin. Andaran Antashan, it does my heart well to hear that you are safe. Our clan was visited by members of the Inquisition who spoke persuasively of the good work you are doing, as well as the fairness with which our kind have been treated by the Inquisition itself. You know that Clan Lavellan has little by way of gold, but I gave the messenger some of our healing herbs, as Celeste blessed us with abundance in our recent foraging. We would be a distraction if we came to the Inquisition itself, our hunters arguing with the humans as they so easily do. Nevertheless, if you need aid, send word and we are with you. Duress Chiral. Keeper Istimathorial Lavellan. Oh god. I wish that my family had, like, come to see me. That would have been the best. They're just like, oh my god, we missed you! We heard you exploded! It's like, I did! It sucked. My dear Josephine, I have looked into the matter of your writer. That book, by the way, is truly dreadful and has been panned by every critic in Antiva. The publisher does not know the identity of the writer. They receive manuscripts by courier. I was able to track down the courier, however, who is receiving her packages from another courier out of Kirkwall. Best of luck, Katerina Valesti. Helpful. The Terran of Highever wishes to convey our deepest sympathies on the death of Divine Justinia V. The Most Holy was incomparable in her wisdom and dedication to peace, and we had high hopes that her conclave would succeed. We will hold a vigil in Highever in remembrance of Justinia and cordially invite the Inquisition to attend. Sincerely, Terran Fergus Cousland. Yeah, go send your honor guard, Colin. It's kind of appropriate, I think. Yes, she needs bees. I love this. She's just like, we need jars of bees. It's like, okay. And then, like, Leliana's like, I agree. Bees sound fantastic. Go on, Leliana, go get those bees. I've thrown them at dragons before. Which I just think is the funniest shit. It's like, what are you doing with those bees? Oh, I threw them. Oh, this one's for Cullen. Oh. I always send... It says it's for Cullen, but I always send Leliana to do this stuff for her because Cullen is just like, I don't have time for this. And it's like... Everyone has time. The confrontation with Mother Havara in the Valroyo market had the desired effect, to a point. The Chantry's condemnation of the Inquisition was lost amid a flurry of speculation over the actions of Lord Seeker Lucius. Well, he was a dick. Still loudly denouncing the Herald of Andraste. You know what, Josephine? You deal with this because you don't try to stab everything that looks at you sideways. I think this is to open... yeah. We'll let her do this. That's to open, I think, that, Oasis. Right? Yes. But we're not gonna go there right this second. We're going to head to the Storm Coast. And then back over to, the Hinterlands. Because I've got stuff I gotta do in both of those places. I'm not traveling to the Oasis right now, you pushy fuck. I wanna go get Bull. Boom. Yeah, there he is. Now they're there. You, and you. Madame de Fair. Vivian's cool. She's not, you know, like exactly the kind of mage I would want to be, but I do respect her, like, reasonings behind things. I understand that she wants to make sure that the mages are treated fairly, but she also wants them to realize that there is a danger of them possibly being possessed or something like that, which I mean is true. I mean, unless you have like considerable amount of control and you've been like taught how to use your magic properly, then there is a chance that you could become possessed by a demon. I mean, even Dorian's come across desire demons, but that's just because he's a freak. We're all freaks, but he's also a freak. It's like, how did you find that? He's like, you know, doing stuff. It's like, right. Okay. Don't do that stuff while we're out. Who are you? Are you a bad guy and you're just broken? No, he's, or is he one of ours? Oh, I think he's one of ours. Okay. I didn't know that we had a bunch of freaking, like, badasses with hammers. Probably don't. He's probably glitched out. He just doesn't realize it yet. Hey, could you not? I understand. Oh, God. That was funny.
Chargers! Stand down! Prim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
Did you see that guy? He looked like he got punched in the face by that dude with the hammer.
Break out the casks.
That dude.
So, you're with the Inquisition, huh?
I am the Inquisition.
Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away. I assume you remember Crimicius Aclassi.
Hi, Crim.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have them check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least the bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you, Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight.
Ooh,
we're
this
expensive,
ass.
but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
I mean, yeah.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man.
I already
Whatever it
have
is,
Cassandra.
demons,
I love you, but
dragons, the bigger
she's
the
my
better. And there's one
warrior
other
of
thing.
choice.
Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
Yes.
They're a Kunari organization, right? The equivalent of their guards in City Watch.
I'd go closer to spies. But yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
You're a Kunari spy and you just told me.
Whatever happened at that conclave thing, it's bad. Someone needs to get that breach closed. So whatever I am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition. I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
Yeah, I mean, Leliana would have cornered you in an alley with a bunch of knives. It's like, are you gonna hurt the Inquisitor? Is that why you're here? It's like, no. It's like, you better not. I will cut everything off. It's like, okay, jeez.
Reports of yours?
Enough to keep my superiors happy. Nothing that'll compromise your operations. The Canari want to know if they need to launch an invasion to stop the whole damn world from falling apart.
Nah,
You
it'll
let
be
me send
fine.
word of what you're doing, it'll put some minds at ease. That's good for everyone.
Oh, you guys are gonna see me talking a lot to my companions because it's very, very important that you get to know everyone all the time, always, every day. Because if you don't, some freaking shit goes down and it's super depressing. So... get ready for a lot of
What's
that.
in these Ben Hasrat reports you're offering to share?
I hope you don't mind.
Enemy movements, suspicious activity, intriguing gossip. It's a bit of everything. Alone they're not much, but if your spy master is worth it, damn, she'll put him to good use.
She?
I did a little research. Plus, I've always had a weakness for redheads.
I wish that they had played that up more with him in this game. Like, if you have like a red-haired Inquisitor, then he's like more likely to give you information when he shouldn't. Or, you know, he just like says things that he shouldn't be saying, and you're like, what?
Alright, you're in.
Excellent. Krem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tervinter, right? Try Bloodbath. We'll meet you back at Haven.
Oh, I can just immediately take him with me. But I'm not gonna. Alright. Ooh, people have leveled up. Fantastic. Delicious. Not me though. I don't get to do that right now. Let's see, what do we want to do with Thulith? Well, let's give him his Fade Step, which is actually really cool to watch. Important. Alright. Let's save it so as not to, you know, just in case. Alright, now we can go get Blackwall. And then we can do some side quests. And we can get Dorian, and then we can do some side quests. I think that's important.
We've been searching the region for resources. Commander's orders. No small task given recent troubles, but I've some supplies here you may find useful.
Oh wait, I have Solus with me, right? Is it here that that book is? I can't remember if it's here. Or if it's over in, Oh, I don't think it's here. Well, maybe. There's a book here about Finral. It's either here or it's in Emerald Graves. I can't remember where. I remember finding it when I played for my YouTube channel, and I was like super upset at myself because I didn't have Solus with me. And it's, you know, having him... Oh, there it is. Having him with you is kind of... It's interesting, because he usually says something really, important. Falling rocks... Psh, whatever. If the nugs can do it, so can I. I want one! Look. They're so cute! I want a little nug! I have to get a naked mole rat to even come close, but they're like bunny pigs. I want one. Let's go ahead and do this. Aww. My love is ready. I should really go get the third part of my dream team. Back off. Don't touch me. Oh, there's the person right there. I was like, there should be like at least like one more hanging out. Oh yeah, and dogs. They're Mabari, is that how you say it? Mabari? I'm not really sure how to pronounce the doggy names. I just know that Cullen gets one later that he finds, and he's like super happy. He's like, I've got a dog! And it's like, yes you do. Yeah, you got a puppy. How cute. I mean, that's just me. I like just adopting animals. If I didn't live in an apartment, I'd probably adopt more. We're gonna be moving... God damn it. Moving to that place in Utah soon.
These must be the missing soldiers.
Open the door.
Murdered. Shit. We should see that their families are notified.
It looks like the bandits are camped further along the beach.
These notes were found near murdered Inquisition soldiers. The paper is not crumpled or torn. Charlie the ghost shut my bedroom door. As though it were left behind instead of dropped. It just scared the shit out of me. My window's open in there, so my door got blown shut. It's not our place to disagree. They're attempting to set themselves up along the shore, and we have orders. We are the sword, not the hand that wields it. You taught me that. If they're worthy, let them come with the Mercy's crest. The blades of Hessarian will listen. You will only get yourself cast out or worse.
Our men were murdered by a group called the Blades of Hessarian. It seems there's a way to challenge their leader.
Hessarian's blade is supposed to represent mercy, not random
Oh,
slaughter.
yeah, definitely. Like, Colby's deposit is freaking insane, you know? And it's like, I think it's like 50 extra bucks per pet or something like that. And I'm like, that's psychotic. The place that we're going to be moving to is actually owned by our friend Jared. So we're going to be renting from him, and then he's going to, you know, move out and find himself another place, I think, at some point. Whoa, look at my leg. I am jittery. My Inquisitors had too much coffee. So I'm sure he'll be fine with us having more than one pet if we want to get one. He's got 2 dogs. You know, I have Colby. He loves Colby. So maybe at some point I'll get a pet rat or something. Which, you know, isn't really like, it's not a dog. They don't do much. They're really smart and they're really fun to have. But yeah, it's like super insane, the deposit on pets for apartments. And I understand, you know, because they'll like pee on the floor and ruin stuff. But I've always had like a multitude of animals. So it's like kind of sad that I can't have more than one. What? I've always wanted a ferret. The only problem, like, Josh doesn't like them because they kind of smell bad. The biggest issue, though, is, like, letting it out to play. It could possibly injure Colby, because they like to play rough. I've watched them play with other animals. I've watched them play with other ferrets. They're incredibly rough. And I'd be worried about it, like, jumping on Colby's back and, like, breaking her back or something. Yeah. I've also always wanted a chinchilla, but they're supposed to be really hard to take care of. Like, you can't let them get wet at all. They take sand baths, which I think is just adorable. Oh, there's that Hessarian. Hessarian? That's what they are, right? Isn't that what Vigo is? The guy from Ghostbusters? No. No, not Vigo. No, the Headless Horseman. He was a Hessarian, right? Yeah. I think it was the Headless Horseman. Vigo was the Carpathian, but I think the Headless Horseman was a Hessarian. Either way. Listen! Are you just like magnetized to me because I'm a mage? He just comes over and stabs me in the face for no reason. Okay, it wasn't for no reason. I did hit him with lightning. So, yeah. Alright, everyone. There's a lot of people camped out in here, so be prepared. Ha! Right back at you. Fire! Oh no! I've learned to stay back. Hey. How did you get over here so fast? Were you? But no. Electricity and fire are a mage's best friends. Actually doing pretty well. I've almost had my ass kicked walking in here, you know, before. But I have found that as a mage, if you just kind of step back and not do what Solus is doing, which is getting all up in everybody's grill, typically you're fine. Especially when you have Cassandra. She will fuck anything up that moves. Or maybe even a rabbit. I like to have another rabbit. I've had rabbits and I freaking adored them. Right. Oh, suck my dick. There was actually a way to challenge the leader of this place, but which I should have done. Maybe I'll go back later and do that. Hey, Varric, they like your book here. Because if you do, then you get the Hessarians, and they will, like, be part of the Inquisition. So, I might, at some point... Would you get your ass out of the way? Damn. I might come back and, you know, find a way to challenge them and do that instead, just so I have extra soldiers, which, you know, is very important when you're in the middle of a war. Because when you come back, the guys are like, the new leader's like, look, I don't want any of that.
You know what would be great right about now? Being indoors.
Where's he at? Where the fuck did you go? I'm gonna beat your ass. There you are. You need to just chill out with the snark. You know what would be great? Not being in the rain. It's like, I could always take you into a cave. Okay, rain it is. You better watch your mouth. Aw, look at it.
Seeker, you're the dragon expert. What do we do now?
Don't get killed by either of them.
Alright, we're not gonna do that right now. We're gonna go get Blackwall first. I just wanted to come over there because I love when they say stuff. They're like, oh my god, it's a dragon. Say, yes it is. To the hinterlands, my lovies. Oh yeah, we gotta go. We're gonna go over here too after we get Blackwall. Who is around here somewhere? There he is. And I've already got this camp, so. I also have been told that ferrets like to steal shiny stuff. I had a friend who had one, and it liked to take his keys and like bury them under blankets and stuff, which is fine. You know, I'll just have to keep keys. Like, I don't care if it like steals like spare change. It's like, oh no, spare change. Yeah, stealing my keys would be bad, especially since, you know, I have to go places and do things that are important.
I've news, sir.
Oh yeah, I know, they're supposed to be like super smart. No, I don't want news. Fine.
What is it? Could prove useful, sir.
I bet. Oh hey, I already completed it. Look at that. I'm freaking on top of everything today. Okay, I've been playing for an hour, so real quick I'm gonna take a bathroom / water / coffee break, so if you want to get something to eat and drink, go do that. I'll be right back in just 1 second, okay? Alright. Yes, I know that was a quick break, but it had to be done. Shut your mouth, coffee pot. Alright. Blackwall. Oh, and I better turn this in before she has a heart attack. Just do the requisitions. Would you stop being so snarky? It's like, I'm sorry, you talk to me every 5 seconds about stuff that I don't want to do. Preston. Preston Jr. I'll travel to Redcliffe as soon as I get Blackwall. And as soon as I collect more of this garbage that I probably do or don't need, I don't know. Shut up! I can hear you from here. Rude. Is there a way to get around in here? Like to go back up? No? Well, fine. I didn't... God damn it. There we go. I didn't... that delay on her voice. Oh yeah, I'm jumping. Shit. Get with the program, Inquisitor. No.
This might interest
No. Who is y'all's favorite Inquisition character? Everybody already knows mine. It's Dorian. I adore him. I will do anything for that man. Especially get easily distracted. I think the Inquisitor was first attracted to him because of the fact he wears a lot of shiny stuff. I mean, if you want to get the Inquisitor's attention, just wear shiny things. I mean, honestly. Easily distracted and amused. Yes, tear to Bright Axe. Oh, is a demon goat over here? There's a... He's not. So, there's this mission. You'll find this guy in Redcliffe. And, there's a mission where he's like, I need you to find my goat. And the goat is actually a rage demon in disguise. So, funsies. Am I right? And you can either go and get the goat and herd it back to town, or you can kill the goat and it reveals the fact that it's a rage demon, and it's just really funny. Because it's been whispering to him about stuff.
Line there and there. Remember how to carry your shields. You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
Bust stop.
Blackwall? Warden Blackwall?
You're not. How do you know my name? Who said
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. He's like, I saved your life. It's like, I'm already dating someone. Sorry.
That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing
yeah,
with these idiots.
I always forget that you're like, what, 3 hours
come.
ahead of me? I think it's just because we talk so much to each other that I'm just like, yeah, we're always talking. We're both talking during the day together. And then I'm like, oh yeah, but she's like 3 hours ahead of me in the day, so... I forget. Oh, Blackwall, you badass. Like, Josh is an hour ahead of me right now. So, yeah, it's just very strange that it's daylight everywhere, but we're not on the same time.
Good work,
when you do go, have a nice walk
happened,
to the bus stop. Have a nice walk. A nice, safe walk to the bus stop.
Take back what they stole.
Yeah.
Go back to your families. You saved yourselves.
Blackwall has the reflexes of a cat and the attitude of a grumpy old dog.
You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
Oh yeah, that's good. I'm glad.
I know your name because I'm an agent of the Inquisition. I'm investigating whether the disappearance of wardens has anything to do with the murder of the Divine.
Maker's balls.
When we move, I need to get my concealed weapons permit.
No, you're asking so you don't really know.
Because we have
First
guns,
off,
I
didn't
just
know
can't...
they disappeared.
I can't
But
legally
we do
carry
that,
them
right?
outside.
No more blight, job done. Wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no warden
Well,
killed
I
the
can carry
Divine.
my rifles.
Our
I can
purpose
carry them to,
isn't
like, to and from a
political.
car. But I can't, like, put the gun on my person and carry it around. I actually think I can here in Oregon have an open carry without a permit. Like, people can, as long as the cops can see it, it's fine. But if I want to conceal carry so no one can see it, then I have to actually have a permit. And I think over in Utah you have to have a permit for both. So...
I'm not here to accuse. Not yet. I just need information. I've only found you. Where are the rest?
I haven't seen any wardens for months. I travel alone, recruiting. Not much interest because the Archdemon is a decade dead, and no need to conscript because there's no blight coming. Treaties give wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims. They had to do what I said, so I told them to stand. Next time they won't need me. Grey Wardens can inspire. Make you better than you think you are.
I like his attitude, because he's right. The people who were attacked and kicked out of their homes and their family members were killed, they've all but, like, pretty much given up, you know? But Blackwall is like, if you want to protect yourselves, then you need to get up off your ass and protect yourselves.
Grey Wardens could take
Because they're just going to keep pushing you around if you let them. So now he's made these people more confident and tough,
The treaties are
you know?
ancient. Outside of blights, it's as binding as a clever tongue can make it.
He's making sure that they can defend themselves.
Do you have any idea where the other Wardens could have gone?
Maybe they returned to our stronghold at Weishaupt. That's in the Anderfels, a long way north. I don't really know. Can't imagine why they'd all disappear at once, let alone where they'd disappear to.
And also, me, like, walking by myself, because whether I like it or not, as a woman, I'm more likely to be attacked on the street, probably. So taking this self-defense class is a way to just make sure that I have tools in my toolbox, you know. It makes sure that if the need arises, I can use those tools,
Well, maybe I was going
you know, to
Or maybe there's a new directive, but a
to
runner got
beat the
lost
shit
or
out of
something.
somebody or choke somebody
job was to
or get
recruit
somebody
on my
off
own.
me, you know, if I have
Plan
to.
to stay that way for
Even if it
months.
means knocking them on their ass and taking off running, at least I got them off of me and they didn't get me on the ground, you know. So I have those tools so I don't have to be
You're no help. I'm no further
a
ahead
complete
than I
and
was.
utter victim. You know, I'm not helpless. So
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment. The Divine is dead and the sky is torn. Events like these, thinking
I
we're
wish
absent
that
is
we lived
almost as
closer,
bad as
because then I
thinking
would
we're
show you some
involved.
really cool ways to get out of, like, someone grabbing your arms and stuff.
If you're trying
Because
to put
it's
things
like,
right, maybe you need a
like,
warden.
you don't think
Maybe
about
you
it when
need
someone
me.
actually grabs you. People tend to, like, panic. And, like, Chad, my instructor, he's always like, the more you practice, the more it just becomes second nature. If someone grabs your arm, you're going to immediately pull yourself out of it the way you need to, and you're not even going to think about it. It's just going to come to you. And you know that's going to be it. So,
The
yeah.
Inquisition needs all the support it can get. But what can one Grey Warden do?
Save the fucking world if
Yeah, we could practice. We could practice throwing
Well,
punches and
maybe
blocks
fighting
and stuff.
demons
It'd be a
from
lot
the
of
sky
fun
isn't
if we
something
live
I'm practiced
closer.
at.
Someday I'm gonna
There's
have to
surely
visit
someone
you,
who
or you're
is.
gonna have to visit
And
me,
like
just
I
so we
said,
can
there
actually
are
like chill
treaties.
together and
Maybe
and
this
do
isn't a
some
blight, but
kick-ass
it's bloody
stuff.
well a disaster. Some will honor them.
It's
Being a
not
warden
fair.
means
I just
something
gotta go
to a
cry
lot
at
of
the
people.
corner. I need my body pillow. I'm gonna go cry into it. Join us with
Warden
your
Blackwall,
beard. Bring your
the
beard
Inquisition
into the
accepts your offer.
Inquisition.
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on.
I would love to
And
do
perhaps
that.
I've been keeping
That's
to
probably gonna
myself
have
for
to
too
wait
long.
until
This warden
I'm out of
walks
school
with
and
the
I have a
Inquisition.
job. That way I can pay for my own, like, you know, ticket and stuff like that, and I don't have to worry about, like, the cost of stuff. So, but I do want to. I want to come and spend some time with Blackwall. And actually, like, spend some time with you and, like, your family and be like, she's real! I didn't make her up. She's real. Josh just tried to FaceTime me. On accident. Trying to see if he's gonna call me back. There's a issue, because I switched phone plans. Like, my phone plan is different than his. So when he tries to, like, hit the little... Oh, he's calling. Okay, hold on just a second. Hello. Playing video games. Okay, sorry. That didn't take as long as I thought it would. It's just my husband. Josh was calling, and I had to take it because he's been gone. So, okay. Yeah, you always seem to have, like, really cool stuff going on. I don't get to do much, but that's because there's not really a lot to do around here. You have to kind of go, like, out of your way to do anything. He was just telling me that he went to another interview with another place, and he's decided to take that job over the Fastenal job. Like, he went to the interview and they're like, we want you to work here, and he's like, all right. So he's gonna go do that one instead. They have better benefits and better pay, so he's gonna do that. So yeah, I'm excited. I know, I just kind of jumped on the phone in the middle of this, and you guys are probably like, I can hear her talking in the background, but I don't know what she's saying. I keep getting out of the character records. Or the, yeah, character sheet. Yeah, definitely, when I have the money and I'm completely settled, I will find a really good time to come and see you, and then we can, like, we can just go do all the things together, because I would love nothing more. Oh, you have a mosaic piece, you little sneak. Look at you, Blackwall. You're just collecting shit, like I do. I'm pretty sure that every single one of my companions is a hoarder. It's like, what is this? Are these dog collars? It's like, yeah. It's like, why do you have so many? None of your business. Oh, that's why. The Orlesian Empire. There are many lords and ladies in Val Royeaux. And I mean this literally. Once the system of noble titles in Orlais was labyrinthine. There were barons and baronesses and baronets and sub-barons and a horde of others, each with its own origins and its own nuances of comparison. The Orlesian aristocracy is ancient and much given to competition. All the nobility play the grand game as it is known, whether they wish to or not. That was, like, they talk about that when you go to the Empress's, or whatever she is, her castle. It's like, you're gonna have to play the game. It's like, I don't want to. And it's like, too bad, assassins and stuff, happy game day. It's like, fantastic. I'm excited. It is a game of reputation and patronage, where moves are made with rumors and scandal is the chief weapon. No gentle game, this. More blood has been drawn as a result of the grand game than any war the Orlesians have fought. Of this I am assured by almost every gentleman here. As far as titles went, everything changed with the coming of Emperor whatever, who established the Orlesian Empire as it exists now, and who created the Chantry. There is no more venerated figure in Orlais. In Val Royeaux, the statue of Drakon stands as tall as the statue of Andraste. Drakon determined that the grand game was tearing Orlais apart, so he abolished all titles besides his own, and lord and lady. I am told with some twittering amusement that this action did not end the grand game as Drakon had intended. Now the lords and ladies collected unofficial titles rather than official ones, such as the Exalted Patron of Tassus Clay, or Uncle to the Champion of Tremis. It is a headache to remember such titles, and one winces to think of the poor doorman at the ball who must rattle them off as each guest enters the room. The aristocracy is different from Ferelden in other ways as well. The Orlesians' right to rule stems directly from the Maker. There exists neither the concept of rule by merit nor the slightest notion of rebellion. If one is not noble, one aspires to be, or at the least aspires to be in the good graces of a noble, and is ever watching for a way to enter the patronage of those better placed in the grand game. And then there are the masks and the cosmetics. I have not seen so much paint since the kennels at Highever, but that is another story. Yeah, the game sucks. Not this game, just the grand game. I don't want to play. It's like, we gotta spread rumors. I'm like, okay, Leliana, you're like the best at that, so have fun, I guess. Oh, a note. A letter found on the body of a bandit who stole from refugees in the hinterlands. The ink is smudged and only a few sentences can be made out. You can die pretending you'll earn back your soldier's honor, or you can do something with the skills that son of a bitch taught you. Spend some time with my boys. No one will know who you are in Ferelden, and it's not so bad. A little bit of smuggling, a little bit of extortion, you'll get used to it. Sure. Or was I? Oh yeah, I need to go get Dorian now. I mean, I guess you three are, you know, fine for whatever. Oh wait. Oh hey, are you a bad guy? Yeah, I'm gonna freaking blow your ass up. Oh. Hello. Well, this just looks fun. I wish I could talk to goats in this game. Like, have you seen a demon goat? It's like, no. I haven't. Leave me alone. Okay, I need to go to here. What's this? Is this my first? Yeah, Dusklight Camp. We'll just go from town. It'll be easier that way.
Yes.
No. Absolutely not. What were we talking about? Every time I teleported somewhere, someone's saying some random shit that I just kind of like walked into the middle of. Did you hear what he just said? It's like, he just said yes. Yeah, but why? I need to sell you some things I don't need. Oh wait, you know what I should do first? Make sure that my friends don't need them. That makes sense. Okay. Disappoint. What about you? What does this do? It's rare. Oh, it also has armor penetration. That's what she said. Do you have a shield, correct? Yes, you do. Okay. No, no, stop. Armor. I don't wear a hat. There we go. Oh, that brings her, like, what I'm guessing is slashing damage down. I don't like that. See, it does it less with him, so I'm gonna give that to him. It's basically how I decide how people are gonna dress and stuff, is like, how much does it bring down, you know, whatever. Whose Amulet of Power is that? No one in the group right now. Alright. It belongs to another companion then, probably. Alright, there we go. You have to empty out your inventory every now and then, because if you don't, then it's like, you have too much stuff. It's like, what? No, I'm the Inquisitor. I have this bag of holding. I will carry as much as I want. You can't tell me what to do. So, back off. I want one of these. Those demented red-eyed ravens that Leliana sends out everywhere. They're creepy and I love them. I just want one so bad. I just love how you kill one guy and they all just come like crawling out of the friggin' like dirt.
I cannot place your fighting style, and I have studied the martial arts for years.
It's from everywhere. I traveled a lot in my youth.
Oh, the lies are already starting. You guys know about Blackwall, right? And his, lies. There's a lot of liars in my group. Well, I guess not really. There's like 2. Who else has lied to me?
We should search the area.
Yes. Oh, hi little fox. You don't want to be here right now, honey. Shit, I'm just firing off like a psycho. What are you? Oh, there's another person over there. Look at that.
I need help.
Well, you've got healing potions. You're set to automatically drink them. So get to drinking, buddy. I need help. I'm dying. Oh, do I need? Wait. Ah, no. I left my rogue. This is what I get for wanting to hang out with new people. Well, I'll just have to bring them back then, I guess. Templar Koran. In light of the current hostilities, I believe our arrangement is no longer satisfactory. You are unable to reach me with payment, and I have no means of delivering the merchandise to you. I hope that when the unfortunate situation is resolved, we may once again do business. Tanner. Does he in fact tan things? Like hides? Is it just like an ironic name? Solus. Drink up. He's just like sitting there like, I'm injured. It's like, you have an entire bag worth of potions. Stop whining. Oh, I thought someone leveled up, but I guess it was just lies. Tanner. Josh doesn't like the name Tamara. Like he has like this knee-jerk reaction to the name. He's like, I don't like that name, and I'm like, why? And he's like, I don't know, I just don't like it. And I'm like, okay.
Redcliffe Village should be just ahead.
I want a constant watch on that damn thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons.
No, I'm here, so you don't have to worry about that. Everything's gonna be fine. This is what I do for a living. Ow! Back off every time. Oh, I'll see you, Tamara. And it's like, what? You heard me. Tamara's good for me. I'm not sure which names I'm not a fan of. Because I like the really unique names. Josh is more of a common name sort of guy, which is fine, but I really like different names, like Fallon and stuff like that, you know, and Kismet, and he's like, I don't know. I understand where he's coming from, though. Kids can be cruel. It's just the way it is. And sometimes when they're cruel about another child's name because it's just the way they are. So he wants our kids to have, you know, semi-common names. That way that it still sounds good, but also some little jerk won't be messing with them. So I get that. Did we do it? Thank you. We pick all kinds of crazy names. We named them after gods and goddesses, and like, I've done like the
What was that?
Gaelic spellings for some of the names and stuff like that. It's just, I like weird names. I like unique names. There we go.
We need to find out what caused whatever this is.
I did it. Did you see that?
Mercy. It's over.
Rude.
Open the gates.
Just run past me. I'll kill you.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting
Yeah,
us.
main characters, they all pretty much tend to have different names. I think we have 2 Victorias, though.
She hasn't told anyone.
I think, which is
We've
fine.
arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
Yeah. We have so many. It's super surprising.
Weaker here than in Haven. And not merely weak, but altered in a way I have not seen.
We should talk to the Grand Enchanter.
I just like, he's like, I don't know what's happening. It's like, oh sure. I want to trust you so hard, Solus. He's the one with trust issues here. I'm the one who goes around openly flirting with my military commander. He's like, I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. I'm like, why not? It's like everyone else tells me everything. Don't be immune to my charms. Tell me what I want to know. Where's that lady? Where is she? There she is. Talk to me. Hey.
Too many people dying for want of simple herbs. My apologies. Can I help you?
There are refugees at the crossroads who would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. These attacks by the Templars have endangered countless innocent lives. But if I go to the crossroads to help, I might end up in danger myself. I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife eater. Why should I risk mine for them?
People are afraid right now. I haven't been called knife ear as often as I'd expected. Mostly, all the humans say is thank you. I expect you'll find the same, and change some minds in the process.
You're right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there,
Yes,
I might be
I think I
safer
leveled up again.
regardless.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll see you at the crossroads soon. Just give me a moment to gather my things.
Solus, your staff is on fire. Did you guys see that? It's not doing it now. It was smoking. Solus. Oh no, wait. What is that? You can see that, right? I thought it was his staff, but I think it's coming from outside. Would you confront Tanner and Redcliffe Get out of my way! Okay, so there's some missions here I need to gather before I, go do... Oh, it's in that house, but I need the super amazing, lock-picking power before I can get in there.
Warden Alistair grew up at Redcliffe. He used to play in the fields outside this very village. And now the boy, who once begged me to make him toy soldiers, rules all of Ferelden.
Did you know that his mom is an elf?
Tell me about your
people.
They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love. Rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favors blood lotus flowers.
What I love is that this woman just told me a story about a spirit that people go and actively talk to, and there was no, like, hint of, like, ew, it's a spirit, gross. It was just like, yeah, it's a spirit of valor, and it does things, and it's like, oh.
For the first time in all these years, I fear I will not be visiting your ashes. What will the demons and priests stop a man from taking flowers to his wife's shrine?
I'll do it.
What if I took flowers to your wife's shrine for you?
Thanks, random stranger. You're welcome.
I do not know what to say, except thank you. You were Dalish. My sinner and I, we kept to the old ways as we could. Though I know we are as children to you. Her shrine lies on a hill to the west, near the table stones. Thank you.
Stay safe.
Walk in peace.
I'm pretty sure that that's what... I don't remember which one it is. But there's like a little thing that all the elves and stuff say. Is it that Durestiral? Is that the one? Yeah, I need my rogue back. But yeah, I think it means walk in peace.
I am very pleased you joined us, Warden Blackwell.
The honor is mine, Lady Seeker.
We need strong, righteous warriors. Now more than ever.
Righteous? I praise Cassandra. Many wardens have hardly lived righteous lives.
True.
Especially
Yet
Blackwell.
You give yourself to an order that will die to protect others. It is never too late to do better and become more than what you are.
Where's that
That is
dude?
the hope.
There's that dude in the outfit that stopped me on the way in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's just like snarking to everybody. Like, I wasn't talking to you. It's like, well, be more specific. Where's that guy? Oh, is he not standing around here yet? Oh, I need Varric for Tanner, too. So I'm gonna wait to go and talk to her. Yeah, Tanner's a... Here's the guy with the goat. Tanner's a... nun.
Please, are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice?
He's a very special ram.
Your ram has gone missing?
Yes, I'm certain that
I love
if
that
he
this
heard
guy
his
just has a
Jimmy
demon
missed him,
goat.
he'd come right back.
It just makes my day.
He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
Okay.
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
Yeah, you can go get him. Like, you can attack him on sight, or you can send him back to these people. It's basically like they have like Satan living with them, and it's hilarious. All right. My ram offers advice. It's like, are you drunk? Like, the last time that I got into a thing with a goat, I had to go steal it back from a giant and give it to a farmer who was a little too fond of it. You know, but whatever. Then I found out that I was best bros with a Daedric god who likes to drink alcohol all the time. Oops, wrong universe.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. What has brought you to Redcliffe?
You?
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
Well, that's very strange, because someone who looked exactly like you spoke to me in Val Royeaux.
Exactly like me? I suppose it could be magic at work, but why would anyone... Whoever or whatever brought you here? The situation has changed. The free mages have already pledged themselves to the service
theory
of the Tevinter
is that the woman that we met in Val Royeaux was Dorian in disguise, like with magic.
I understand that you're
That's why he was.
But you deserve
She was
better
so much
than
more
slavery
sassy.
to Tevinter.
As one indenture to a
Did you
magistrate,
disguise yourself as a woman
I
recently?
no longer have the authority to
Maybe.
negotiate with you.
What about the giant hole in the veil that's spewing demons everywhere? You're just going to pretend it isn't there?
I am not forgetting the breach, but we can only fight one war at a time. The Templar threat was immediate. If we live, we can worry about the torn veil.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Dorian Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
You just answered all of your questions. You didn't have to ask them.
I'd like to know more.
You could have just been like, "Oh, hey, it's you, the person with the hole in their hand." It's like, indeed.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
Did your mom let you leave the house dressed like that?
Told me she was indentured to a magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern Mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
It must have been great for her not to like, did she just not iron any of this out before she's like, sure, we'll join you? It's like, what the hell did you think was gonna happen? Look at this guy. He dresses like and talks like the biggest villain. Okay, the only one that's more evil than him is Corypheus. And if you fall for that, then you've got issues.
When exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona?
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
And then she goes and pisses off her son. So
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Arl Tegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
You're quite a long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am. Though I have heard you are no Ferelden either. It seems we are both strangers here.
yeah, but I'm better at making friends because I don't, manhandle them into loving me.
Felix, would you send for a scribe,
I just corner them and awkwardly
Pardon my
flirt.
manners. My son Felix, friends. I'm not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
Does that mean you'll lend your mages to our cause?
There will have to be.
Felix, I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
All right.
Are you all right?
You guys stay safe.
I'm
I'll
fine,
talk to you when you get back.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I just love Felix's fake out.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will
He like
conclude
left
this
for 2
business
seconds,
at a
came
later
back,
date.
pretended to be sick, and slipped me a note. It's like, oh no, I got a cold.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Eh. That's like regular Tuesday
Did
for
the
me.
Magister's son give you that? Why would he help you?
We'll be careful, but we need to figure out what's going on here.
Hey.
We don't need your company.
Oh
your
man.
Inquisition's just Templars by another
That's
name.
perfect. Me turning my back on her. Solus, could you please stop?
Who are you?
I don't even bother to look at you. Linnea.
Don't ask what Circle Tower I'm from, because we're done with that. We're all free mages now.
You'd rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition.
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
I'm here because I believe mages.
Oh, shut up,
deserve their
Cassandra.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
Ugh, Linnea is just angry all the time. This guy, though, he's cool.
Magister Alexius wishes only mages to remain in Redcliffe. He will approve of you. He does not approve of me. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all Tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
Dude, we will.
What are Tranquil?
Those like me without the strength of will necessary to protect ourselves from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed,
What's
the
Blackwell
circle
doing?
removed my connection to the
He's
Fae.
just looking out the window.
My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
How long have the Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
Farewell, then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not? I am
That's
an
what they tell me.
alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
Of course.
We would be delighted
Everyone needs
to
a
have
home.
you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
There's no way I'd let this dude just, like, be stuck here with all this bullshit. Oh, you're tranquil, you're not good enough. It's like, whatever. Alright, we're gonna go get my, my main squeeze. And then that is going to be it for today. I need to call my awesome, sawsome husband back. Because I told him I would. It's funny, I told him, I'm like, yeah, I'm streaming. And he's like, streaming? He's like, so like you're playing live and people are watching you? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I don't know what streaming means. It's like, you darn kids and your words. We're not that, I'm not that much younger than he is, but it's just funny. It's like streaming, like spraying someone with a water hose is like, if the water hose is emotions, then yes. I'm hitting them with the feels. Oh, pardon me. I got slightly distracted. Where's that guy? He's in a... There he is.
You're from the Inquisition?
Yes.
I didn't think you'd still be here.
We're not majors.
Were you really looking to ally with us?
Cassandra's gonna get mad again.
Without sending you back to the circle.
There has to be a way, right? We're not what they think. All blood mages and abominations. We just want to be normal. Have families. Use our magic to help grow crops or something.
Yeah.
We never wanted war. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves?
Sometimes to achieve the world one desires, one must take regrettable measures.
I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter.
Solus, quit
Can't be the right way
with the
to
foreshadowing, bro.
You seem young to be part of this.
I'm Lisas. I came into my magic when I was 9 years old. Templars came into the alien.
That must have been rough.
To the circle. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not right. I studied hard. I passed my harrowing. I sing the chant.
Are you guys taking turns being creepy? Whoa.
You don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's decision?
I was there when we voted to leave the circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages.
I want this outfit he's wearing so I can put it on Solus.
Sell us to the Magisters.
He'd probably hate me.
How long has Magister Alexius been here?
A day or two after. After the conclave, he arrived. Come to save us from the wrath of the Templars, they said. This doesn't feel like safety.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
Okay, so we're gonna skip past Tanner here for now. And then once we get Varric back, we'll come back and do the stuff here. I'm just excited because my main man's here. Him and all his sass. So adorable. I wish I could do that.
Good. You're finally here.
Bash things brains
Now,
in with my
close this,
staff.
would you?
Yes, sir. Oh, I love him. I love him so much. Oh, pardon me. Don't mind the Inquisitor. Die now, please. You're welcome. I know, I'm a badass. I can't help myself. Boom. Alright, it's one. Just get ready, guys. Oh shit, there's one right behind you, Dorian. Watch out, Levy. Yeah. Fuck it. These demons hate fire. Oh, get out. Get out. Most demons really don't like fire magic, so it's pretty easy to kill them with it. But fire won't work so much on a rage demon, so don't use that. Lightning on pride demons is useless.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly?
You don't even know, do you?
I don't.
You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Stuff happens. Yes. Don't shake that hand.
Getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathis. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
No! I'm gonna be
Suspicious
so
friends you have
uncautious. Look at him.
Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
He's so
I was
cute.
expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Stop talking like you're waiting for applause. Just tell me what's going on.
What? There's no applause? Fine. Look, you must know.
We gotta
there's
sass
danger.
each other. It's the only
That
way to
should
be in
obvious even
any type
without-
of relationship with Dorian.
Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage.
Gotta be
rebels
twice
up
as
from under.
sassy.
As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
I hope that's less dangerous than it sounds.
More.
That is fascinating if true, and almost certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it. Ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys?
He didn't do it for them.
Felix!
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori.
Nice.
And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
That must be like a kick in the teeth, or junk, or whatever, to Dorian. It's like, I helped him develop that magic, and now he's using it for bad things. It's like, I'm sorry,
Alexius
Dorian.
is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this, cults, time magic, what he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps
You
because
don't?
you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Look at his face. I'm adorable.
Maybe there's a connection. Well, they see
It's
you
because
as
of
a
this
threat.
hot elf
If
bod.
the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
All this for me. And here I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Ah, Dorian. He just... Oh, I love him. I love him so much. I just can't even when he's around. I love sassy characters. I love sassy characters and I love super awkward characters. There's just something about both of them that just makes me really happy. Maybe it's because like usually you're always around the really brooding character, which is fine. Like Solus is like both kind of broody, but he also has his own form of sass, which is just perfection personified. I love it. As students of culture, it is important to always recognize your biases. I wear my Chantry perspective openly, for if my readers do not understand the lens through which I view the world, they cannot account for how these biases may color my writing. Gathering accurate information is challenging in a place as vast and fragmented as Thetis. One man may go on at length about lurid details with a king, then refuse to provide his name or some proof of the account. Other sources may conflict wildly, fixing travel to some of the more remote areas of the continent is nothing compared to the difficulty I've had finding contacts I can trust. I cannot tell you how many times reputable people have tried to deceive me, sometimes for personal notoriety, more often in the interest of a pet cause. Trustworthy Qunari, Dalish, and Tevinter contacts are especially scarce, and I prize those I have kept friendly. Often it is I who must earn their trust. Text, too, can be unreliable. From extensive readings, I have determined that Andraste was a Ferelden Orlesian who was born in every town from here to Hosberg. What little remains of elven history has been told and retold, shifted and skewed, until the tales are unrecognizable. I have particular respect for the dwarves, for there is no other people so obsessed with recording an accurate and complete history, if only the shapes were as open as the skies they fear. If I can be honest, the long reign of the Chantry has made the recording of reality at times a trial. Most common histories have been rewritten through the filter of my religion. Everything has meaning as it pertains to the Maker, and while this is unavoidable, it sometimes leads to conflicts between what is officially taught by the Chantry and what I have seen with my own eyes. While my belief in the Maker is absolute, only a fool would ignore the lesson to be learned from other societies and religions. Take the Fade. Was it the kingdom of the Maker, as common knowledge dictates, or the realm of the Tevinter old gods? Few people would contest its existence, but beyond that there is little agreement among scholars. Though there are many who would disagree with me, I have come to believe nothing is for certain. I've met too many people and encountered too many perspectives not to keep an open mind about these things. Excerpt from a lecture by Brother Gentivi at the University of Orlais. See, I like this guy right here, because he keeps an open mind. That is very important, I think, no matter who you are. That's another big problem in this world, is that everyone is, like, very set in their ways. Not just, like, you know, like, culturally, but also religiously, and they're not willing to open up and try to even be understanding of anyone else, so they're just constantly beating the shit out of each other. But, yeah. Okay. That is gonna be it for today for Dragon Age Inquisition. For all of you who came in to see what was going on, I hope you enjoyed it. I always enjoy this game. I mean, I just got my boy Dorian. I love him so much. He's my absolute favorite Dragon Age Inquisition character and Dragon Age character all around. I do have other favorites, but Dorian is just, oh, he's everything to me. And then, you know, of course, there's Cullen, who's just an adorable little puppy. And then you got Solus, who's a big bad wolf. So I'm pretty much, that's what this is. It's Little Red Riding Hood in reverse. But I love you guys, and thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Alright? Bye!